What's up, guys? Is it clicking? It's like a bit of music suppression, I think. It's like a bit of music suppression, I think. Let's see if I can clear it up. Hello, loves. How are you? Well, I hope. Hello, Maxie. How are you? Hi, everybody. I like this one. Just while this audio is clearing out, I'll do some Reiki momentarily as well. But I picked up a few channels picked up a number of them actually. And since I noticed you asking, Max, yes, I'm all right. There was a lot of stuff I've been getting done lately, which I'll get into momentarily. There were some people sending energy attacks, so I showed up just to hold space and clear those. And I just heard energy reserves, that's right. Remember a month or so ago, I mentioned something about like a whole 30 to whole 30 your life, just like focus on getting whatever needs to be done, straightened out. Well, I've been doing that. But then these people caused all kinds of extra problems, and so I had to take some of that time I had initially scheduled and planned to get all of that done to deal with that or move them out of my way or whatever the case may be. And so I'm still getting everything done, but it required me to kind of burn both ends of the candle again for a bit. I know you know what I'm talking about. And, therefore, I had hoped to have more done more effectively, but I've still been getting it all done. It just, during the daytime when I'm getting all of that done, energy reserves, right? So by the time I come here, sometimes you have what's left of my energy. And the reason I've been getting all of this stuff done is so that that is no longer a thing, right? Once these situations are finally closed out, once these people are removed fully once and for all, which is already in process, it's been in process, that won't be a thing anymore anyway. I will have that extra space and time to invest in other things. They didn't stop anything. I just adjusted my schedule and my pace a little bit. But to balance my own self and my own life while they were spiraling out. So yes, we're going to smoke momentarily. Let me go through these channels really quickly. Some of these I've been just jotting down over the last week as I picked them up. I also just picked one up in the shower. A couple of hours ago, I went to put on some music, and two actually, it's like the same demon is possessing both of them. Two fake psychics who've been grifting my content popped right up on my feed again. Some of them have been throwing spell work, energy attacks. It's very vampiric. They just couldn't help themselves. And I noticed, and I've been ignoring it, noting. They're just not relevant. They're trying to make themselves relevant. And they want me to mention their names because they want attention. They want clout. No, bitch. So one of them I picked up is going to get meningitis or has meningitis. Let me look that up. Meningitis. Heard about it in the shower. Medical mediumship. Bacterial. Oh dear. Can't you die from that? Sudden high fever, stiff neck, severe headache, nausea, vomiting, light sensitivity, confusion, seizures, skin rash, viral, bacterial, or fungal. Die from meningitis. Meningitis can be deadly. Oh, it can kill within 24 to 48 hours. I was picking up death prophecy, but these people have been sending nasty energy at me and calling demons. So that doesn't surprise me. They didn't learn their lesson. They came back for another grift and to try to start a conflict. So. Even with treatment, approximately 1 in 6 people who get this may die, according to the Cleveland Clinic. Symptoms can develop quickly with fatalities often occurring within a day. Survivors may face life-altering long-term consequences, including permanent brain damage, hearing loss, learning disabilities, or amputations. That doesn't surprise me. The ear chakra and the third eye chakra are pretty parallel here. And they were sending, didn't I mention it last night? Third eye attacks? Yeah. Crown chakra attacks, headache, neck stiffness. Right. Well, that's her karmic backlash for not minding her business. Okay, and then some of these karmics who've been looking to provoke an issue, smoke, they were looking for a measurement of success in what's been done instead of what's being done. So they were looking for a measurement of success in, let's say somebody was able to cause some kind of damage in a light worker's life. They thought that that was success, that was the inevitable end of the light worker. Or if a light worker was struggling through something, they thought like, yes, my tactics are working. But they, didn't think or consider that they might not actually have all of the information, especially when the target knows exactly what they're doing and withholds information specifically from them for this purpose. Whoops. Not my whoops. So they were looking for a measurement of success in like what damage has been done instead of what healing, what reparation, what rebalancing, or what regulation is being done or what's about to be done. They might be looking at a response of a light worker who's going through something or putting in the work to get through something, but because they can see that there's been damage and a light worker is trying to get out of it or trying to get through it, they think, look, well, your life sucks and haha, I'm better than you. You don't understand that what someone else did to them is not the end result or who they are, and your misjudgment of them and that situation says a lot more about you than it does anyone else, frankly, doesn't it? Rhetorical question. The answer is yes. So they were trying to make judgments, misjudgments really is what it was, but judgments based off of what they could see, but they're blind to what they cannot see. Claiming to be seers, but they can't see shit. Can they? No. Rhetorical question. The answer is no. Like a baby, this was the analogy the angels came through with, who can only see what's in front of them. Now, the reason that peekaboo is something that you play with babies, like young babies, is because they don't have the cognizance to realize that you're still there behind their hands. Or if you hide behind a door or hide behind something and a young child starts to panic, they don't realize or recognize that you're still there. If they can't see it in front of them, they don't know. In fact, there's actually a separation attachment theory with babies, young babies especially. I think it's up to like 6 months maybe, where the thought is that babies see themselves as as an extension of their mother, which is why they like to be close and why they get anxious, why they can get anxious. It's the same thing as the peekaboo concept. They don't recognize necessarily yet that they're their own person. But neither do these personality disordered karmics, do they? Cluster Bs. So, like peekaboo, they panic when they cannot see. That's why they get happy when you show them your face again. They're looking to be guided. These are like children and informed while pretending to guide and inform, though, which as somebody who claims to be prophetic or high priestess or psychic or whatever it is that they're claiming, intuitive even, that's pathetic. It's also grifting. They're fraudulent. And so I see their karma now. I see their karma and what they're going through. I also see what's to come. I see the end of these cycles for myself and for a number of my collective that they couldn't fathom. With spiritual blindness and cluster B, mental incapacity, delinquency, and overcompensating. Right? All they could see was the damage they or other people were doing, and they were happy about it, and they thought that that was the end result. No. Blind and oblivious. Spiritually speaking and otherwise. Incompetent functionality. Non-functionality, really. Concept can be called two things. The peekaboo mentality. What I see is all there is. Their approach is what I see is all there is. But it's a cognitive limitation that prevents them from understanding long-term consequences or hidden factors, or what's about to be. Then there's the incompetence paradox, which is when you see these people pretending to guide while, again, needing guidance themselves, trying to mask their inability with overcompensating actions and reactions. Like, what did you think spell work towards a victim was going to fix it for you? Calling demons would help you? Maybe no. Maybe no. In fact, they've been instructed, directed, required to only be able to feed off of those who called them. So you just made yourself a snack. Now they're bound to you, but not in any kind of way that is beneficial to you. I warned you a long time ago, both the Seelie and the unseelie realms answer to me. I outrank you. Oh, I also picked up another download while I was in the shower. There were a group of people, could be dirty cops even, who were talking about me, possibly the ones that were in the cults, the Freemasonic. Mind you, also I called some of that out last night, and it's been quiet here. I haven't heard any sirens or anything else like that. Well, today the sirens go rushing by after I addressed them live last night. What are the odds of that? And I also picked up panic when the sirens happened. The panic went as such. Also, had the door open for a bit today, and there was a little fly that just got in. Just caught it in my hand, and it's gone now. Do not fuck with the bitch who can catch flies in her hand. Mr. Mickle, you can call me Mrs. Miyagi. I'm serious, though. Did you see that? And so one of them was angry, and one of them was like coming from a place of, was it fear, revere, respect, something, I don't know, reverie. One of them was saying something about me being, it was like on a high horse, high horse. And whoever they were trying to run their mouth to about me was saying, no, she's earned her spot, and you know that. And they were talking about like respect, levels of ranking. They all came after me as one person, and still no. But then they backtracked a little bit further and said, beyond that, it's not even that she's earned her spot. It's he said, I think it was a man. I think she had already done that in previous lives. And they were saying that that's why I was like activated so aware, so young, so early, spiritually, psychically speaking. I've been doing this for a long time. Because I'd already mastered these things in other lives, and he was checking them. Even himself, he was saying, and like, we messed up. We targeted her because we didn't understand that she was so versed, so seasoned, so skilled from so many other lifetimes of experience. We thought, well, she's just so young. She was, better than. No, 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 no. No, no, you just couldn't recognize an ancient being when she stood right in front of you. Now he has some level of respect. Because I outstood and outlasted all the targeting tactics that killed every victim before me or drove them insane or into the ground. Whoops, not my whoops. So, anyway, there was that. I heard that too. Making their rounds. Okay, and then there was, this one was also directed towards me. They were trying to judge, like, here, let's see, let me come attack MGem and see if my stuff is working. Trying to judge my demeanor or appearance, especially after a long day of getting things done, like previously aforementioned, where I come here and sometimes it's what's left of my energy reserve as I finish off these last cycles that they tried to block, but didn't do anything. But maybe slightly set back, and only because they added so many extra tasks to my task list, including addressing their dumbasses and moving them out of the way. They should have stayed in their own lanes. So that's the problem, is a lot of them have none. That's why they decided to try to step in and usurp other people's. Trying to judge my demeanor, appearance, intonation, energy levels, or what have you, after a long day of getting things done, as if the energy I have left is all I have. No. Or as if the energy that I have at the end of the day, a very long day, is like how the whole day is or how my whole life is, instead of acknowledging that, bitch, I might just be ready for bed. I don't always post first thing in the morning, but what you might not understand is I don't typically sleep in very late or even all day, even when I'm up pretty late. So sometimes when I'm up early in the morning after working in the evening and getting stuff done all day, I'm tired. But way to misjudge that. Now, again, I don't take the time to typically explain these things. I just show up and do my thing and we vibe it out regardless. But because I didn't say it, they assumed and they tried to fill in blanks where there were none, or assumed that there was nothing else to fill. And again, that's the peekaboo theory, the peekaboo concept. That's a them problem. Peekaboo. You misjudged your target. You misjudged a moving target at that. So really, fake psychics, how intuitive are you, really? How sighted are you, really? How spiritual are you? This is why you're going to suffer and be alone. Because it's what you wanted for other people. I also picked up, we know this, they've been sending attacks at our animals lately. I picked up something about one of these other karmics, not the meningitis one, but one of the other copycats that's been stalking me so much. YouTube ratted them out today, both of them, like back to back as well. One of her animals. Sick, dying, something. They were also trying to call Baphomet, some of them. What was the other one? Some of them were trying to call Hecate at me, or my collective. And then there was Cerberus. No. Nope. As if they have any authority. Oh, and by the way, when they sent demons after me, and I said, no, you may not. You may not do that. And you may not target anybody or feed off of anybody but the person who sent you. They said, yes, ma'am. Do you know why? It's because I have the authority and the skill set to vanquish dark energies and demons. And they know that. So the smart ones, when they're sent to me and I don't vanquish them, respectfully back off and they listen because they know that I could demolish them, decease them. So they have enough fear, revere, respect, reverence, and respect for me to know that and listen and know that there will be consequences if they don't. Meaning they don't have a choice, they will be gone. So they better listen, and they know that. Seraphim. Okay, let's leave the door open tonight. Monitoring spirit. So, gotcha, bitch. So I also got a flash. The angels mentioned something about this. People are like peasants trying to play queen, but then being mad when nobody respects them because they're not. Mother of who? Mother of who? What? Where? Not you. This is what happens though when personality disordered people gaslight themselves. Meanwhile, I'm not playing pretend or cosplaying anything. Certainly not royalty. I am bloodline blue. They cannot compete where they'll never compare, genetically or ethereally. And never beyond that either. Delinquents. This is what it looks like when a demon spirit manages to inhabit a living human carcass. Vampires, zombies, spiritually dead inside, which translates into the essence of their daily routine and dead-end pathways. Like thinking coming for me was smart, for starters. Trying to copy me instead of find their own path was a good idea for them, or would bring them success or joy. Deceased, cease, defeated, dark defilation attempts denied and returned back to sender with amplified intent. You have no clearance or authority. I cannot relate. You'll never sit with me. And your spiritual fingerprints and fragrance are that of a decaying cesspit, frankly. Frequency speaks and yours is loud. It's just ugly and it stinks. Your aura stinks like old vomit and dirty retirement home diapers. This is why people leave you or don't like you in the first place. Lying, decrepit, self-proclaimed witches. You have demons at your table or attached to you. It's weak and an advanced failure. You can never come with me. You will never come with me. You could never be me. But I see that you tried. That was telling in itself, but also you failed. I also heard a divine masculine talking about a karmic male, domestically abusive karmic male. He said, that dude is a demon. Yeah, yes, yes, he is. That's what happens when demons end up in human bodies. We've talked about it. The other message was they tried to force fit a false narrative. Oh, this was a divine masculine also talking about this karmic male. He was saying this karmic male, karmics in general, but yes, also this, they tried to force fit a narrative, a false narrative to suit their false projections, bringing their delusions into reality and trying to call it manifesting. So, in other words, projection, using projection as a smokescreen. Narcissistic individuals often accuse others of the exact manipulative behaviors that they are employing, transforming their own actions into fabricated victimhood narratives. And then the trying to force fit toxic things for people and then calling it manifesting. It's called the Delulu is the Salulu trend. And so they're confusing delusional projections as manifesting, right? You don't get dharma for that. You don't get blessings. You get bad karma. So what they're really doing instead of manifesting is trying to force reality. When the external world does not match their desires, they twist, rewrite, and distort the facts to fit their desired narrative, often forcing others to adopt this false new reality. So let's say that they said a divine feminine was just like broke. They try to go and attack her work. They try to steal from her. They do everything that they can to physically put her in a bad spot so that it looks like whatever slander they said about her has come true. So they can turn around and see, I told you so. But that's not what that is. First of all, that's a crime, spiritually speaking and otherwise. And second of all, that's delusional. Delusion versus manifestation. True manifestation requires aligned, actionable steps and consistent self work. Whereas using manifestation as a cloak for delusion is merely wishing without doing, often leading to toxic, repetitive situations. Or in the case of somebody trying to manufacture something toxic, I'm like, yeah, sure, you're manifesting a bad situation, but you're forcing that. So really what you're manifesting is consequences of your own actions at the end of it, whether you realize it or not. It's not manifesting. Especially when you're not even minding your own business. So this divine masculine also said, they put her in dire straits and then blamed her for being there. Meaning, they intentionally created terrible situations, causing her extreme distress, and then deceptively tried to shift and blame the responsibility onto her. This is a form of manipulation, blame shifting, gaslighting. It's also reactive abuse. It is designed to maintain control, avoid accountability, and then make the victim question their own self culpability, etc. Then there was a group of karmics complaining. They were saying, God damn, she's going to get away with everything we did. And it was people who were trying to set divine feminine up or like force those manifestations, force the toxicity, and then try to justify what they were doing somehow, whatever the case may be. But they were saying that the target of their attacks either wasn't falling for it or it wasn't sticking or it was backfiring on them, and it is. With amplified intent. I could keep keep going. I have so many different channels I've been picking up, but let's just... As far as those 2 fake psychics that have been stalking my page and did so again today, as far as today, YouTube told on them. They both wanted conflict. I picked this energy up. And so they've been going back and forth. One felt defeated when put in their place with the truth, but then the other one likes the combat, or liked the combat mostly. And so they, both females, karmic females, the second one, the one who liked the combat more, that energy was panicking when the divine feminine was just saying, look, be gone with you. I have better things to worry about, like true divine love coming in, including self-love and respect. Thank you. Dismissed. So one felt defeated when put in their place with the truth. The other panics when the focus is on love, whether this be self-love or love outward. It's like they wanted, this was the energy I was picking up, it's like they wanted me to be on their level, combat, so badly, or more specifically, they wanted to be able to say that they were on mine. Like if they could try to, even in their mind, like claim to knock me down on their level, they thought, because they obviously they keep trying to copy me, respect, revere, envy me so badly, then they could say that they were on mine. But first of all, I'd never do stuff like that, so no. And I outrank you, so no. Delusion. Forcing something that wasn't reality or meant to be anyway, and gaslighting themselves in the process. Delusional. It's not manifesting. And then they get upset when they realize I'm not on their level. More specifically, they could never be on mine. The actions and attempts to compete is alone, right, is an indicator of that. And frankly, one of the local pedophiles who's been coming for my child was a coach, like a sports coach. And they like to compete. So this toxic combat stuff, yeah, that's normal for them. It's not normal for healthy people. It's not normal for me. And as a result, you do things and are willing to do things, grimy things that I would never ever do to get anywhere in life. But you want to claim to be me? No, you've already failed in advance. Spiritually speaking, ethically speaking, and otherwise. Certainly intellectually speaking. 10:22 on the clock on the East Coast. Thank you very much. Queens don't cast their pearls to pigs. But that trough of karma should fill you up. You hollow voids. It's giving both of them between succubus and harpy energy. And they wanted so badly to be in control, even just of a narrative. But they're out of control. Out of control, control freaks. One more thing, the karmic male I was picking up that the divine masculine was speaking on about an hour ago. I was finishing up something and he said, he was talking to somebody, maybe one of his parents or something. Everybody's looking at me as if I'm Judas, which means that they're seeing him clearly. That's great. And when I got that download, Kill Me Slowly by Psychic was playing. So I'm going to jump into the music and vibe it out. I do have some other stuff as well. A game? Think I'm a fool on the bell, tell you been. You get a 50 for the clout, then you win. I'm not strong enough to tell you enough. I'm no discipline. I'm a discipline. Like you is a sin. Stop thinking about the number homes. Just turn it pussy cause I'm calling. You
there's something you'd like to show me. If you need to hold it, then hold me. Cause my man don't know me. Tell me that you kill me slowly. Tell me that you kill me slowly. Slowly. Drowning in your touch. Say love is lust. And you know I can get.
How's my audio? Hopefully it's better.
Some things you like to show me. Things you need to hold it, then hold me. Cause my man don't know me. Tell me that you kill me slowly.
Thank you, guys.
Tell me that you kill me slowly. Tell me that you kill me slowly. Tell me that you kill me slowly.
I think I need to change my outfit. Ready? Here's to my team. Cheers to you, my loves. I know, but I have limited range of motion and I might want to dance, possibly. We'll see. Bandana. Limited range of motion. Thank you. I like the dress too. It's just not as good for dancing. Cheers. Rusty Randolph. I love that. You're so funny. Oh, hold on. Speaking of. Let's do this. Still haven't checked my community. I need to. Playlist. Somebody's angry. Okay, I'm not even going to play it. There were two songs that came up earlier. Remember I mentioned just because they're right up here in my queue. Two karmic females, the copycat energy. One, like feeling defeated by the truth. The other one feeling like it was a combat, and then getting upset when I said, just be gone with you. I have better things to focus on. So the first song that came up was Puke by Eminem. I'm not going to play that, but then I also heard this one. I think it's because this Jezebel karmic female is just so jealous of Divine Feminine. She wants Divine Feminine's life. She wants to destroy or take Divine Feminine's business. She doesn't want Divine Feminine to have love. It's just like a jealous sabotage, like weird competitive. If I can't have it, I don't want you to have it, or I don't want you to have it because I feel like you're already better than me, or you'll be better than me. It's so weird. These people are mental. Anyway, this song I heard and it pissed her off. Get out! Let's talk with her. I've been so nervous to stand here with you. They're all here for us, and I feel that, but just for a moment, I'll
lost you.
We got cousins, that's right.
Yes, they can hear us, but they don't understand. I settled my vows behind the curtain. I know they see us, but they don't stand a chance. I have kissed those lips 1,000 times before.
Let's do this.
So I'll get my eyes, whisper to my eyes. I'll wait to hear you say, as a tear rolls down your face. Here at the altar, I refuse to grow older unless it's with you. I fell in love, made you a promise that I'd never noticed how much you meant to. Yes, they can hear us, but they misunderstand. There is more behind these words than we have spoken. I know they see us, but only at a glance. Only through the man that I am behind the sun. I will say I do. I with you. When I must choose, I will say I do. I was looking for another top, but I think it's in the wash.
Boy, please. I hear this. Your infinite baths too. Why do you do this to my cucumbers? sesame. Who is doing this to my cucumbers? What is this? Why is that necessary? Give it a bath. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Sounds really yummy, actually, roasty. I have some Persian in there as well. Persians. Picking up one of those karmic females now. He's trying to like call on what unseelie, the unseelie realm. Don't do that. Tuatha. Bloodline, that's the Tuatha here. It's a kamikaze mission, babe. It will hurt you. Right. There's this karmic. It's like, yeah, well, there's a kid's movie about that. What's it called? I know there is. About the Fomorians. The rot demons. Yeah, that's right. Except for guess what? Like I said earlier, harpy, succubus, you're rotten. The most disgusting lies, interesting beauty that has wrought. Oh my God, you are the coldest that we have won. Deliverance is mine. You're gonna be sorry. No, bitch. You draw your line in the sand. I'm crossing over again. You brag that you're a grenade, so I pulled your pin now away. You're just mad because your time has come and the war has been won. And I will not die today, but you're gonna die anyway. I'm gonna stand my ground even when they back down. So I don't care what you say anymore. So would you raise your voice? Incant demons, come on. And I'm screaming back my choice. I rebuke you, I do not consent. I'm sure not scared of you anymore. I'll get some stuff for you guys. It's just Reiki. Sweet dreams.
Where I was raised, there was no street light, just pitch black and passing headlights. Where we met, must have been a dark side. Oh man, in your sky, most days you reach for safety. Forget that you know when we met, I can see dark side. Alarm bell in your eye, and I miss the man I was. The moment with the dark around me. Every time I wake up, every soul, the months of my dust, the scars that I didn't rest. Would you call, asking for answers? Said I'm just seeing
Did you see my facial expression? I had too much honey. There was like honey on the spoon, and I didn't realize it's still too much. You say you were begin again. Try again. Let me in, 'cause I am a fire. You are trying as hard. You are taking your time. You are killing me slow. And we instigate. Go back and forth. Lacerate, 'cause you can remember. Need. Did you make it? I used some green onions, but I don't have any right now. You're making ramen? I just made an Asian Persian cucumber salad. It's delicious. You can't tolerate wine, Rusty? As in, like, what is it? Is it the profile, or it does something to you? I'm curious. Or is it the flavor you mean? It means honey. Meat's made of honey, though. Taste it. Gotcha. Wine is not all equal, though. I like, I'm not really a drinker, but if I do have wine, I prefer, like, I don't like reds. Reds have tannins in them that give me pretty much immediate migraines, actually. Like, very, very quickly after drinking red, within 15, 20 minutes, half an hour maybe, tops. I feel it pretty quickly. It's the tannins in it, I think. Plum wine, I have not. But white wine, I like. And again, all wine types and also qualities are not the same. The best, if you've ever had like hard apple cider that you like, and you like that, I had something that topped that at one point, and it was hard pear cider, like pears, fruit, the fruit. Never seen it again, and it was so good. Dangerously so. So one bar at one point, Mr. the Bug Man, come on, I need my wing woman. And we were on foot that night, so he's like, come on, just have like one. I'm like, all right. I grabbed a pear cider. It was delectable. I also shared it. I didn't even drink the whole thing, but it was good. And I'm not really a drinker, but it was good. Subsequently, I like Pinot Grigio, especially. They're not all created equal either. I don't like them when they're super, super dry. I don't like them when they're super sticky sweet. I like them when they're kind of a nice neutral. But a good Pinot. Usually a safe bet. Pinot Grigio. Somebody said, what does that go with? I usually like chicken and fish salad, light, very Mediterranean, which is how I eat typically anyway. So yeah. I think that might have been the other one that I liked. I was trying to remember. It's been so long. I'm not a drinker. Sauvignon that I liked. Moscatos are often like too sweet, I find, or like Prosecco rather. Also, what was it? Moët, so overrated. I had Moët years ago, and it was too sweet. I didn't like it. Like, who wants to pay $100 a bottle for like juice? No. Not I. It's the name on it. It's the brand, it's the label. I've had better versions that are less expensive. Or better. I liked them better. I usually, if I do use wine, it's usually to cook with. There are a couple of dishes that I use it with, and I will do a saute, and then a deglazing, and then I make a sauce with the deglazed pan bits, and bake off the rest. It's really yummy. It's been a long time since I've made it though. What's the other one? Pasta sauce I used to make too. Really, I would just make the sauce and then put it on vegetables. It's supposed to be pasta sauce though. Water line. You keep me in motion. Good, Max. Spaghetti. Steady for finals. Protein. Can I get that protein in? Oh no. Please don't tell me you got cat hair in my water. I think you did. You did. That's gross. Monkey. Silly monkey. I've been hearing this for a few days.
I got my eyes on you. Everything that I see, I want your love, emotion, and love. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your love, emotion, and love. I just was looking, you act so different from me. Cause I was looking, I know exactly who you could be. Just hold on, going home. Just hold on, going home. It's hard to do these things alone.
Get on my fan.
Just hold on, going home. I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your high love and emotion. Endlessly, I can't get over you. You left your mark.
Also this one. A pretty boy.
Two crowns and a gold cup, and they're coming for the throne, love. If your heart is a dogfight, then I'm ready to go to war. Rough sex in the courtyard, your legs are the North Star. Church bells let me ring down. She looked back, said, baby, this your kingdom. Lost in this darkness, I carry your through. They try to break inside the walls.
Those eyes, but I'm piling up the trouble.
We rose this love from the dirt now. Set fire to the sky, watch it burn down. It's a ceremony, but the crowd's gone. You got nothing but your crown on. Every time you open the cathedral. I carry your throne.
It'd be the Stone Ages. If the whole world smoked weed, it would be the Stone Ages. Oh gosh.
Like a rainy Sunday morning makes me want to stay in bed, twisted up all day long. You're my inspiration, girl. You take me places, put the words right into these songs. Stealing kisses undercover, babe. See forever when I see your face. And I swear God made you for me. You make it easy. You make it easy. With every little thing you do. You're my sunshine in the darkest days. My better half, my saving grace. You make me who I wanna be. You make it easy. You took out my rough around the edges. Never let it ruffle any feathers. Yeah, I never liked the diamond wrapped around your finger, and I like it just in case you can't tell. You make it easy. You make it easy. You're my sunshine in the darkest days. My better half, my saving grace. You make me who I wanna be. Stealing kisses undercover, babe. See forever when I see your face. And I swear God made you for me. You made it easy. You're my sunshine in the darkest days. My saving grace. You make me
Final. Yes. Just steady up. Also, you're seeing red. I like to say that.
This town ain't got no nightclub. We don't need the neon light. Girl, I got that 87 gas up, 30 early out there in the drive. You a bullet in a cup. Take a sip, get going. Looking at you with your hand out the window. Turn around while you're turning me on. Riding roads, don't nobody go down. A little trip through the countryside. It's 30 years making the world go round. I hit a curve just to make you stop. It's a passion, yeah, all the thing that was your kiss. Loving nothing to do with you, baby. Just trying to roll some a night like this. Through the moon hits the water. Out there where your lips and mine. I don't know where we are, cause somebody stole the street signs. I'ma take my sweet time. Cause I could go on forever. But you never had a shotgun. I'm free, it's about to make a plan, baby. Baby, we already got one. Baby, riding roads, you don't nobody go down. Let me check through the countryside. It's 30 years making the world go round. I hit a curve just to make you slide. It's a passion, yeah. All the thing that was your kiss. Love nothing to do with you, baby. Just trying to throw time around like this.
Somebody's angry. Where are you at? It's body envy and jealousy. It's a karmic female. Because you still look good no matter what we try to do to you. Just mind your business. Go away. What's wrong with you? Who raised you?
Yeah, you know I've had a ball. Hanging on your top, talking back. See, heartbeat pounding in my chest. I see it red. I see it red. Can't get you out of my head, girl. Can't get you out of my head. The way you color up my world. I'm seeing red.
Hi.
We can get there someplace just outside of town. Bring a bottle in for Corona. That moon ain't gonna tell me you. Just say the word and we're gonna ride this shit like a cat. I won't stop like no looking back. Everywhere going, gotta get there fast. I'm talking red hot, red kiss falling off your
Let's See Some Hooters is in his mid-60s, and his name is Dave, again. But there's something about him using voice text to communicate, and he still makes a point to be here. So, 63, that's right. And that's amazing. Dave could... No, I like Dave as Dave. He's been lovely the whole time he's been here. Actually, I think it's been almost a year now, maybe, give or take. Maybe not quite, but yeah, he uses voice text to talk. So if that's the only way of communication, I think that love you is perfect. I'm sending lots of love back. I love that. And he's funny. He's so kind and nice. And he's funny. The username, I know it sounds like a troll name, but it's not. It's not. That's not what he does here. Protect Dave at all costs. Hope you're right. It's been a while. Early 60s, pardon me. 63, early 60s. Yeah, and he has sat here and sent love in between some of the worst of the nasty troll days. If I could live in any time period, what would it be? Oh gosh. Well, I certainly enjoy modern amenities. So all like romantic fantasies aside, life back then was not like even the royals, man. They had what they had, but there were more inventions and discoveries and self-care mechanisms and what have you to be discovered and employed. I don't think we should be going backwards. Not like that. But that's a really hard question, a loaded question. Each cycle had its own challenges, and many times they were cycled over, Very complex question. I don't know if I can answer that right now. Many questions and answers. Now it needs parameters. Yeah, many. And like I said, they each had pros and cons to a degree. Some lives there was struggle financially, in some lives there was war, and some lives, like I said, even as a royal, there were certain challenges and restrictions, and that's kind of just on a baseline and interpersonal level. That's not even just like now we have indoor plumbing, for example. Right, time is not linear. That's a loaded question. I don't know if I can answer that because I remember so much. And I thought about something like that the other day. I'm like, how nice is it that, I mean, like, yeah, we have planes. I can't snap your fingers and teleport, but we've got planes and cars and transportation like that. A couple hundred years ago, people either had to walk or be able to afford a horse. Now it's kind of, can you afford the car, you know, but yeah. I know some people never ever left their towns because they just didn't have the means to or ability to, which frankly still happens sometimes. Sometimes for financial reasons, but less so because walking would just be too far. There are solutions around that now that there were not telephones, right? Just pick up the phone instead of have to wait however many weeks for the mail to come. Like I thought about this the other day, just by myself while I was doing tinkering around the house. Very complex one though. It's a good question. I just don't think I can honestly give you an answer. This current timeline has its own challenges, but I has some pros that the others did not also. And some of the same toxic people trying to repeat cycles or even just like conceptual oppression, right? Conflicting war zone combat energy. But like I said, now we have got running water and indoor heating and bathroom amenities. Bathtub with indoor plumbing. I enjoy that. One that, you know, I like my weird history. One that doesn't have to be lit underneath by a fire, which sometimes led to people being burned and scalded, like boiled alive in their bathtubs because they got too hot. Or to the point where, because of gas leaks, you gotta turn something simple on and everything explodes. Now I realize that that's still a risk today. You have to be careful about that, but there are also mechanisms and protocols in place now to avoid that there were not then as well. So like, this is complex. Lots of pros and cons. Are we talking straight fantasy or factoring in these little human things? Noted question. Yeah. 1800s partner. Interesting. Okay, I think I have an answer for you. I just saw like myself cloaked and it was like druidic high priestess cheese on toast. I was going to say, is that British? What is that? Where are you from? No, you mean grilled cheese? We call it in America. If you're talking about what do they call it in England? Isn't it like a Welsh rabbit where it's like cheese melted on toast? In America, that's basically what it is, except for I think Welsh rabbit's one slice of toast with cheese and it's like broiled or baked toasted milk. Right. It's like that's a Welsh rabbit. But with when we do it in America, right. See, every timeline has its own pros and cons. 1800s is no good. World wars, yet no income tax. I mean, pros and cons. We'll get there momentarily. Like think of how archaic though the druidic timeline was. But I really did enjoy my, like just being one with so time is not linear, but we didn't really run the same way on a clock the way that fast-paced America does. For example, today it was in flow with the rhythms and the universe, and there was just more space for that. I very much enjoyed living in that high priestess energy without interferences the same way. Now, there were still some challenges. There were some people that tried to cause problems within that cycle, and even the high priest who didn't want to fulfill his duties. Welsh rabbit's slightly different. Is it? I don't know. Similar. The context was similar, I think, from what I was reading, or what it popped up on my feed a few weeks ago. And so grilled cheese, back to the cheese thing, is 2 slices of bread, and they put cheese in between it, and then they grill both sides, flip it. Time thing's a big right. Things were more fluid on levels. Yes, there was still time and cycle, but like with the seasons and the sun, right? Cheese toasty, that's cute. That's right. Good rise and fall with this. That's right. It's just different. Now, ideally, we incorporate that into present day. Do what you can to balance your circadian cycles, but toasty machines. So that's really cute. Toasty. Toasty. Oh. Is it English? English? Australia? Where is this origin? It's funny. British. If it goes in bread, we'll eat it. Oh my gosh! I was picking up a download about that earlier. I was picking up, somebody was talking about wanting to try my toast and jam, my homemade jam, and I make bread. I know how to make bread too, but we're British. If it goes in bread, we'll eat it. And it was an English person speaking. I heard it this morning while I was cleaning. Like, ping! The angels put a little spiritual Bluetooth in my ear for a second. That's funny. I'll make you some jam, sir. I like raspberry. How about you? Oh, wait, what? Wait. A toast sandwich. Wait. No. Wait. No, please tell me. You're joking. Wait, what do you put on it for seasoning? Just bunches of dry bread? How do you? No. A toast sandwich. Ew, I saw this old recipe pop up on my feed the other day, and it was like toast water or toast tea or something. I don't know if it was a depression recipe, but you straight up took a piece of toast and toasted it, and then you put it in a cup and like put hot water in it and soaked it, and then took the bread out, like to make like toast flavored water. Why are you doing that? Salt and pepper and butter. That sounds better, especially with the texture difference. I can see that. I get it. I wouldn't reach for that personally myself, but see, Wikipedia, that's funny. It's just carbs. It's just straight carbs. I need some protein and vegetables in my life. But I suppose if you had stuff with it. It's the sugar. That would just spike my blood sugar and then crash. Some protein. I like that piece of toast, though. Yeah. Cornbread. I was hearing this. Come and pick me up, no headlights. And in burning flames all you like bacon? It's been a while since I had anything heard from you. I have not. I should just tell you to leave, cause I know exactly where it leads, but I watch us go round and round each time. You got that Jesus dream look in your eye, and the red plastic thing that you like. You never drop the shit down. We come back every time. We never go out of style. We never go out of style. You got that hot sling, white t-shirt, that good coffee, and that tight little skirt. Okay. One more for now. And then I'm going to reboot the feed. Just to clear the space. Got a quick reading. This is Reiki.
Laid back, smirking like a George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window, and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memories hang up in the headlights. It's got me reminiscing on the good times. I'm turning on for real life driving. That's right, I'm hitting Easy Street at one time. Back in the day, Pop's farm was a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. Jump the barbed wire, spread the word. Light the bonfire and call the girls. King and the can and the Marlboro man. Jack and Jim were a few good men. We had learned how to kiss and cuss and fight too. Better watch out for the boys in blue. In all this small town, he said, she said. Ain't it funny how rumors spread like I know something y'all don't know? Man, that talk is getting old. You better mind your business, man. Watch your mouth. Before I can knock that loud
Super
mouth
chat?
out. I'm tired of talking, man. You ain't listening. No, no, no. What y'all listen to? Lay back, smoking like a Georgia. Smoke up at the window, eyes closed, sitting in the sunset. Everything in a little life has got me reminiscing on the good times. Turning on the real time, that's how it easy, sweet, and good times. I sit back and think about them good old days, the way we were raised in our southern ways, and we like cornbread and biscuits, and if it's programmed here, we fix it. I can take y'all where you need to go, down to my hood, back in them woods. We do it different round here, that's right, but we sure do it good, and we do it all night. So if you really want to know how it feels to get off the road, trucks and four wheels, jump on in, and man, tell your friends, we'll raise some hell on the blacktop there. Shine on the dirt road, laid back, swerving like a George.
It's nice to have you here either way. Alright, let's do this really quickly. What is that? Wait. What? Is that like a chicken pot pie and a sandwich? That's hilarious. Portable. That's so funny. I bet you one day some farmer decided he wanted one of his wife's fresh chicken pot pies, but he had to head out the door of a tractor or something, so he just slapped it between two sandwich rolls. I'm taking it to go. It's kind of brilliant, really. Edible saran wrap packaging. Edible Tupperware. That's funny. You're right. It does make sense. It says it's usually served with like smushy peas, gravy, something. English food is different sometimes, quite different. I don't think I would. I don't know about that. Sausages and blood. No, for me. No one else can. No, you can have those. No for you. I won't yuck your yum, but no. Not for me. I just got the nurse cringes. That's why I'm not a doctor. No. I don't know why the gems aren't working for you. But if you're looking to donate, if that's the problem and the goal, then I do have a Cash App and a PayPal. They are linked in the description box down below, and also on my YouTube homepage. I was having issues with some of my buttons showing up a while ago on my own stuff. I had people asking why they couldn't like hide the video, and for some reason YouTube, it was not working. YouTube fixed it. I did have to chat with them about it, but you can send Cash App and PayPal if you would like to donate. If that's what the gems, if that's what you were wanting to send the gems for. I didn't even know that that's what they were called, actually. Thank you. Meat dumplings? Oh dear. It's English, the blood sausage there with English breakfasts typically, right? Like the people that like them love them. From what I understand, it's a staple and they're typically, I think, seasoned. So, and I kind of have a thing with meat a lot of the time anyway. It's not about that one in particular. Ugh. But yeah, but the second you bring blood into it, I start to gag. Regardless, really. So, can't go there. Can't do that. Somebody says, "Oh, so no, not yucking anyone's yum." But that's what that's what would happen if I were to try to eat it, just because I know that that's what I would be trying to put in my mouth, and I just couldn't do that. So, black pudding, something. No, no, yeah, no, not for me. Ugh. Or oh, what was the other one? I think this is like Scottish haggis. Blech. Nope, not for me. If you like it, that's great for you. More for you. You can have my portion. I don't want it. Um, ugh. But if I were to try to go consume any of that, or maybe sit next to a bowl of it, that's what would happen. I might lose my cookies in the bowl. Nobody wants that. Oh, I got my pancakes. Nobody wants that. Sick bucket. Right. Nobody wants that. Ah, I don't. No. Sorry, perfect. Right. More weed though. Okay, so I did pull some cards really quickly. Oh, I already did. Don't make yourself sick. Prayer works. First one that came out. Prayer works. And the yes card came out. So if you had a question or were wondering a question, it could also be in regards to health in particular. I'm hearing like somebody ask if they should go get something checked out, medically speaking, or there's somebody asking if they're going to be all right. I'm hearing, yes, get checked out. No, not if you don't take care of yourself, but yeah, you should be fine as long as you're proactive for whoever that's for. Subsequently, don't. You can go. Yeah, that's a throat chakra attack. First of all, I didn't even see anybody swearing. I didn't, did I? No. But no, not going to tell me what to say or do in my house. Get out. Fresh air and avoid allergens. If you know that there are certain food substances also that you have sensitivities to, make sure to, look, I just split the deck. Organic foods, make sure to be mindful of that. Thanks. Over here in Pie Farm. You know what I bet would be, I bet people who like those would like like chicken parmesan sandwiches. It's like, if you've ever had chicken parm spaghetti, like people will do chicken, it's usually breaded and either baked or fried, and then often there's cheese on it, that's the parmesan part, but then they usually layer it over spaghetti, but you could also stick it in a sandwich. Kind of like a chicken melt instead of like a tuna melt, but instead of chicken salad. Chicken parm is your favorite, right? I was just seeing that. I bet you people who like those Wigan pie sandwiches, I'll take the cup of those. I bet you they'd like chicken parm. It's like the bread swapped for the pasta, vice versa. Okay, so the next one that came out was the career and mid-heaven cards. Earth, Capricorn, knees and bones. Keywords: public standing, social image, ambition, focus, success, recognition, power, authority, profession, publicity, reputation, honor, achievement, good parent. Wow, those are all the topics that have been coming out lately, aren't they? In one form or another, how these toxic people, vampires, got exposed as being fraudulent and fake and not what they claim to be, and the slander that they told about the light workers, try to force those manifestations that weren't really ever meant to be in the first place, which is why they backfired and they got karma. Why they're getting karma. That's why there's parallel in all of this. They want to force things and perceptions that fell flat. There was also a message, diet is important here, about sobriety, so be mindful of that. Cheers. Please remember to pray, do no harm, take no crap, and I will catch you in a minute on the next stream. Let me cleanse the space and we'll reboot.